So I've just finished filming episode 52 of the Emergency Storage Shed Cleanout series. Why not go straight on to episode 53? I'll be at the farm next week, so there'll be episodes on the farm cleanup. So I've got to start filming next week's video now. And then we've got to do some other projects like cleaning up and fixing that old box from last week's episode, or the episode I did today, if you know what I mean. Gee, I spoil you guys. Let's go and have a look at the shed and see what we can get this time. Episode 53. Okay. So we're making a bit of space at the top. I'm thinking either that tub and those buckets and maybe that yellow retro stool, or the timber barrel. Yep, I can hear you all saying, pick the barrel, pick the barrel. All right, that one came from the farm. We actually did a couple, or at least one timber barrel and some lids in an episode a while back. They're nice early storage barrels. That's got some interesting advertising. The label, Antelope Finest Aerating Material. I don't know what that refers to. Anyway, I don't think it's full of minced antelope. I did wobble it before and it's kind of heavy. So I'll see if I can get it down without causing myself any strife, and we'll take it through to the bench and see what's inside it, because I honestly have no idea. Okay, it's manageable. Luckily I had a good shoulder surgeon. And, let's have a look. This is probably the best angle. I can lift things up and you can see them. A Victor Moa fuel can. It's a shame it's rusty. These old fuel cans. Oh, that side's good. Okay, that's a nice tin. It would be 1970s, I think. It's messy on the bottom. Yeah, it's not rusted through, but it's pretty messy. I'm thinking that's a gallon tin and not 5 litres. I can't see a quantity on it anywhere. But I think that's going to be, hopefully it cleans up a bit better. That side's very nice as far as display goes. I'm guessing $40 or $50. These cans sell very well. I'll have to give it a clean up, and I'll probably use some fine steel wool gently. I don't want to take the advertising off it. That's very good. Happy to find that. Now, what's this? It's a plastic box. Oh, I think this is one of these Ventilaire. I think it's like an oxygen pump for medical use. How does it open? Perhaps this end. Oh yeah, here's the latches. Okay. I don't think that's going to have use backing for its original purpose. It's pretty grotty. So there's the outlet. Yeah, it's just a little air pump. Whether it has another use or whether I'll just scrap it, I guess we'd better see if it works. Someone might have a use for it. Maybe you can pump up your air mattress with these things. Alright, we'll test that out and I'll do a bit of checking on that one. Okay, what else is in here? I'm having a bit of a peek to make sure I don't put my hand on a spider's nest or anything. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like a lid, and I think that's xylonite. It's an early form of plastic, and they used it for dressing table containers and hair brushes and jewellery boxes, things like that. This has had mice in it too. That's just a plastic picture frame, so there's no value there. And the bag's falling apart. There's a shopping bag here that's deteriorating. I think that's the rest of our xylonite box. Looks like there's some hardware. Don't know what else is in here. We'll go through that in a minute. And what else is in here? We do have some metalware. It's a Mouli, a kitchen appliance. And there's a screen for it, but I don't think we have the handle. No handle. These things turn up quite often and they sell pretty well. I'd normally get $20 or so for a Mouli. They often have different screen sizes and they have a clip-in handle that winds around. They're great for mashing up tomatoes if you're making a tomato relish or a sauce or something. I don't know how much value that's going to have incomplete. We'll have to check that one. And that's all we've got out of our barrel. But there's a big mud wasp's nest in there, if you can see that. And it looks pretty sturdy, so I'll clean that one up, and that can go over to my daughter's restaurant where they've taken the other barrel. And yeah, just a really nice prop for the old restaurant. The restaurant's in an 1870s flour mill, so old things like this around the walls look really good. I think the other one they took is next to a fire, and they just keep a bit of firewood in it. So, all right, value-wise, look, I'd probably ask $50 for that if I was going to sell it. But I think the girls can have that one. Okay, let's see what's in this bag. And we have, oh yeah, we've got a few more pieces of this Xylonite. There's probably a clothes brush. I don't think that is. That might be just plastic. More modern plastic. This looks like part of a jewellery box. The lid looks a bit damaged. It's got initials on it. Actually, I don't think it's that damaged, is it? Just a hinge that's broken. It is a hinge. And I think it was just glued. I think that was glued around there. And the hinge glued underneath. I wonder if we can re-glue that together, because it's undamaged otherwise. We might give that a wash up. I'm not sure what initials they are. TFA, it could have been my grandfather, Thomas Frank Anders. Maybe it was maybe it was for collars. I think that's what it was for. They used to have collars, separate collars to your shirts. All right, we'll see if we can fix that up, I think. And we have another brush. It's probably a clothes brush again. That is Xylonite handle. That appears to be in reasonable condition. And here's the rest of this one, which has a broken hinge. And yeah, the hinge is a bit far gone on that one. All the little things are broken. It would probably still sell just as a box. In fact, I reckon it would be worth... Oh, we don't need to break the loops off. That's fine. I think we'll still get something for that as a dressing table box, jewellery box, something like that. And there's another one here. This would be for collars again, just from the shape. Again, the hinge is broken. Although, maybe that didn't have a hinge. Maybe that just sat on the top. So we'll wash all these up. I think they're going to have some value. Not a great deal. Maybe $5 to $10. And... oh, there's a bow tie. That would have been in one of them. So that's the sort of thing that a gentleman would have kept on his dressing table. The collars for his shirts, bow ties, and probably studs and cufflinks and that sort of stuff. And there's another little clip-on bow tie. Don't think they're of much value. And we also have some drawer hardware. These are very Art Deco. The handle itself will be a nickel-plated brass. And I usually sell these. They would have been off a chest of drawers or something, or maybe, yeah, probably drawers. There's quite a few of them. And they had these little caps that hammered into the timber on the other side of the drawer. So your handle went on the front, you screw the nut up from inside the drawer, and over the end of the nut and the stud, they just hammered one of these little cover things into the timber, and it just covered up the end of the screw. And I guess that stopped any of your clothing getting caught on the sharp screw or the nut or something. So don't think they've got a lot of value, but I certainly can sell the handles. I guess we'll put them in with it. We might just bag them all up. I think I'd probably put $10 on this lot. I must check eBay. So every now and again these sort of things sell quite well on eBay for someone that's restoring some furniture. So we'll save all these little covers. Alright, so that's about it. I better go and wash up some things. I'm hoping this fuel can cleans up quite nicely, and I'll do a bit of checking on that one. The next day is now with us, and I've had a chance to go through and clean this stuff up. I've done a bit of checking. The air pump here is actually a nebulizer. I knew there was a name for it, and it says it on the tag. And from what I understand, they are an air pump, yes, but they're designed to allow you to take medication by breathing it in. So it creates a vapor, or it pumps air, I guess, through some sort of injection thing, so you can breathe in a vapor for asthmatics and things like that. The technology is not used so much these days. They have better ways of doing it. So I don't think this had a market in that field anymore anyway, because who's going to use an old secondhand one of these? Maybe it would be a handy air pump for a large fish tank, or, as I suggested earlier, for blowing up an air mattress. It probably doesn't move enough air for that. I don't know, but look, I plugged it in and turned it on, and it works beautifully. It sounds fine. It pumps out a fair bit of air there. So, I don't know, someone else can decide what it's worth. It can run off 12 volts as well, so maybe it'll be handy for pumping up your camping bed. I'm just going to put $10 on it. I think it's too good to scrap. We're only going to get an electric motor and a bit of cord anyway. So $10 there. The Moacan drum cleaned up okay. It was a lot worse underneath than what I realised, and once I'd cleaned it up, some big holes appeared, including in the corner. So it's not in the best nick. I found a few online that sold for, when you factor in postage, they sold for around $50 odd. This one, I think, in the shop, I think we'll get 30. It's a nice display item, but they're not rare, and there are better ones around. But still, it's a nice can, and I think it is, I haven't found a capacity on it, but I think it is a gallon tin rather than a 5-litre one. These are Art Deco drawer pulls. I did find a group on eBay. I'll show you now, and you can see that sometimes they can make some pretty good money. I'm just going to put these in the bag as you see them there in the shop for $20. I think there was 7 of them all up. The Mooly, I'm just going to try $5, hoping that someone's got a handle and they've damaged the other part or lost the screen or something. Or someone might just hang it up in the kitchen as a vintage display item. And the Xylonite boxes, cleaned up okay. You do get this yellowy staining on them that I can't seem to remove. And I was going to mention earlier, I'm not sure if we'll get vision of this if I get close enough. You can see the stripiness on it. It's got long white stripes. It's supposed to imitate ivory, and it's an interesting story on how it was developed. It's a variation of celluloid, and it was very popular, and even I think they even had jewellery made out of it. So I think these will sell okay. I'm only going to put $5 each on these because they are a bit damaged. But this one here, I actually re-glued the hinge and it's come up perfectly. I refixed the skirt around the top of the lid, and I've just used super glue, but it's bonded very well and it's not actually damaged at all now. So I think we'd probably go $20 on that because the Xylonite is collectible. I think I'd probably get 10 for the hairbrush, or sorry, the clothes brush, and I might even get 5 for this one, even though that's just a hard plastic. It is a vintage one, and the bristles and the brush is actually in very good condition. So that brings us to the notepad, and actually that should be 30 if I'm going to try and get 20 for that other one. So we've got $100 there, say $110. The price is as I've suggested otherwise. So that's a nice addition to the kitty, and we didn't even include that timber barrel because that's a freebie for my daughters. So that winds up another episode of the Emergency Storage Shed Clean Out series, and $110 onto our total is, we're looking at about $8,800 now out of that shed, which I'm selling, and most of it's already sold. So really good return out of that shed. Who knew how much value was actually in there? And we're not sure what we're going to discover yet. So thanks for following along with this series. I'll keep going throughout this year if I can. One episode every week, and sometimes I'll try and group a fair bit in if we can get through it quickly, just to make a bit more room in the shed. Otherwise, I've got to aim for 184. Thanks guys. Catch you next video. Bye for now.